Hey, good morning, you guys. I don't expect for too many people to be up. I'm up early because I think I'm a little wired up from being out last night, but I didn't get home till 1 this morning, and I really haven't slept. And shout out to Cypress. I saw Cypress had sent me something in my inbox. Y'all know my schedule has been off the chain, so I haven't been on as much as I want to. Um, but when Cypress sent me this, I found this interesting. And I was going to do a pre recorded video. I didn't feel like doing the editing. So I was like, I'll just go live and talk about it. And then they can go back and replay it when they get up. Okay. But as you all come into the room, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. I want to talk about Sugar's mama. Okay. You know, that's Sugar and Finesse two times. Sugar is Finesse two times. I want to say woman, but I guess he treats her more like a slave. Hey, Miss Keita. I didn't think nobody else would be up with me. It's 6 o'clock. Y'all know listen, I didn't get home till like 1 o'clock this morning. And that was very shocking because I did not plan on staying out that late, but I really had a good time. Okay. When you with a mature group, we went to like a tea party fashion show. It was really nice. Everybody had on their hats and stuff, and it was really nice. I enjoyed it. And then we ended up going just kind of hanging out after that. It was cool at a mature place. And I've been kind of wired up ever since then. Hey, Joy Loves God. Hey, Joy Loves God. Um yeah. But yesterday was a good day. Every day is a good day though. But Sugar's mother has gone in on Finesse two times. You know, we don't really hear a lot about. Hey, M Rose, we don't really hear a lot about Sugar's mama. We don't hear a lot about her mom. We just know that they say that her mother has her children, her first set of kids. Her mom is raising those kids, right? And so that's the most that we hear. We hear people tell Sugar that she needs to at least she needs to be with her kids, instead of making her mother raise her children. But her mother kind of addressed that. Now, when I was looking, I don't see where her mother, and most people, for some reason, they don't with their kids. I don't see where her mother really addressed Sugar too much, but she definitely addressed Finesse two times. Hey, Miss Patricia. She addressed Finesse two times, and she addressed Finesse two times mom. So I'm getting ready to pull the screen up, y'all. Okay, let's see. This is it right here. Okay. So her first post was, I like that right there. I think I'm gonna steal this right here. I like this post right here. I'm gonna steal this one off her page. Okay. She says, she posted on the 26th, she says, I'm an open book. You can't tell the world about me. Bet case dismissed. I'm mother and grandmother before anything. I'm proud of my Natalie Nunn chin. I bet my breath don't smell like ass. I bet I don't have pus coming out of my gums. And yes, I wear dentures and proud of them. And it was my choice, not forced. And what MF gets $500,000 deposit in their account and fumbles the whole bag? And who's out here setting up GoFundMe's? Not me. And I'm taking care of 5 kids. Post my whole criminal history. I don't give two flying F's. Yes, I may have fell off my game and I'm back stronger than an MF. I'm the same MF that bought your mama and yearn how many years and had you walked around with her in a box. The MF yearn costs like $70, $70, and you couldn't do that. And what kind of woman, mother, grandmother allows their son to put their hands on a woman? I don't give a damn. Herman and Harlan, no, I don't pop. I will pop their ass. What kind of woman, mother, grandmother tells someone about their son beating up on another woman like that shit cool? And what kind of woman put their grandchild out in the middle of the night? I never came to your house and didn't want to come to your house. I have a nice home out the way that I pay my own damn bills. And yes, Hallie is sugar, helps me out. I'm a real woman. I stand on my own 10 by my damn self. And what woman have a man living with her and want her son to pay her bills? And why y'all mad with Hallie? She not the MF that stopped paying your rent and bills. And yes, I have my grandbabies with me by choice because I don't need them around all y'all clowns and y'all's BS. I raise my children with morals, principles, and values. With all the shit you have said about and to Hallie, she never have disrespected you, but your disrespectful ass kids has done the most. And what do my grandchildren have to do with any of this BS? They have nothing to do with it. Neither did I, but your disrespectful ass child post them and me and baby, you and daughter needs to learn the difference in witchcraft and spiritual practice. I would not be addressing shit else on this app. I know this the way y'all pay y'all bills. I have a company to run. If the truck life over here, it's the truck life over here. Y'all be blessed. Okay, so I guess she's a truck driver. Sugar mama, truck driver. Ain't no wrong with that. So then she posted, Big Father, let's get the truth out. Yes, I'm going to respond to you. I guess she's talking about Finesse 2 times. Okay. She says, Big Father, let's get the truth out. Yes, I'm going to respond to you and I'm leaving the shit alone. Show the world what money you have given me. And no, I have my grandchildren with me because they don't like your ass. They know you no good for their mama or them. Show any financial statement where you personally gave me money. Yes, Hallie is going to help me with her kids. I pay my own bills and I'm 57, not 60. Let's get the age straight. Keep living. And yes, I surely did send you and your brother to jail for threatening me. I'm grandmother. Now so I can be the old me, cause net butt would be done you. You a coward. I've been quiet way too long. And Hallie's house that you had looking like a trap house while she was on home confinement at your mother's. Yeah, before they had beds and you let them all them ninjas live there. And know you had Hallie to ask me to help her with Clever. I never need to live with y'all, so stop that line. I have a whole trucking company. I stopped driving myself once I seen you was a clown ass ninja, and my grandchildren didn't need to be exposed to you and your fake ass lifestyle. Helen never had no CPS case in life till she got with your ass. And what I'm calling the feds on my own child, nigga, you sound crazy. It's always been hell or jail behind mines. And that shit about BBJ, you lie. I bet you 10K right now that no T-Page Shade Room can show you I talk or wrote them about her or anyone. I mind my business, take care of my family and my grands like a grandmother supposed to. I let you get away with way too much. You coward. You can't face me like a man. You run to this app for validation. I know way more than you think I do. And I never said Hallie don't want her children. Her children know their mama loves them and they loves their mama. We don't want they face all over the internet. But your goofy ass sister thought it was cute to post them and talk about them because you don't take care of your mom. What's that have to do with Hallie? And your mom said you didn't want Hallie kids around. This CPS case is opening now. Who's to blame? Why you avoiding the people now? I feel sorry for Lil Jew. He the only one of your mama's kids that minds his business. He don't be in the midst of the BS. He caught up in your BS trying to stand by your narcissistic ass. And I love to know what bills you ever paid for me. I'm waiting. You can't make. Y'all, this lady wrote so much. And listen, my eyes done got tired. It's early in the morning trying to read all that. I'm going to finish reading because it's jumping together and stuff. And it ain't no commas. But you know, people be talking in their phone. That's how. Yeah, truck drivers make good money. Okay. But she is going in on Finesse 2 times. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Now, I agree with her. She has been quiet for a very long time. And she been raising them kids. Now, she talk about, you know, Sugar. And I think she needs to have an intervention with Sugar. Because if Sugar might, she says her kids are respectful to others. But it seemed like to me she didn't teach Sugar to be respectful to herself. She talked about Finesse 2 times beating on Sugar. Sugar, okay, so Sugar kids is old enough. They don't like Finesse 2 times. She just said that they don't want to be around Finesse, so she takes care of them. So Sugar should respect herself and her children enough to choose her kids over Finesse. If my kids go, well, I don't, mama, I don't want to live with you because of this man. I mean, my kids never would even have to say that to me. Okay. But I mean, I choose my kids over the man. But instead, it's the other way around, even though, you know, Sugar is helping her. And I'm sure she's probably receiving some kind of government assistance with having custody of those kids. I'm sure she's getting welfare and food stamps and all that. Hey, Chopping It Up TV. Hey, Miss Clarinetta, TB21. I'm sure she is getting, you know, some type of government assistance. Sugar still needs to have her kids, but Sugar's mind is weak. Now, maybe she did raise her kids to be respectful, okay? But Sugar's mind is weak. Now, I ain't mad at her mama for feeling a certain way about Finesse. We see how Finesse has talked to Sugar, but that's Sugar's fault on live, and we see how Finesse 2 times has tried to present Sugar as being his hoe, and he treat his hoes a certain way. His family has talked about how he beat her, how she does anything he says. Okay, that's a flaw that her daughter has, because Sugar can end all of this with Finesse 2 times can end today if Sugar would end it. All she got to do is choose herself and her kids. Now, as a mother, okay, we're all mothers in here, just about all of us, and fathers, okay, because there are a lot of fathers that love their children and they're totally involved, and all of our kids have had somebody we didn't want them to have. Now, I don't, okay, because I keep bringing up that African that my daughter was dating when she went off to college, okay, and Sugar Mama have kept quiet too long, because I be still asking God to forgive me when I think about all the stuff we did to that African to get him out the way. But he ain't dead though. We ain't put our hands on him. We used the law. Okay, that's what we did. Okay, and he got on down somewhere. Him and his damn family. And I ain't had nothing against his family. They were just casualty. Okay. You can't be illegal over here, and you think you're gonna be marrying my daughter, so I guess so you can be legal and be controlling and all that. We got him on app. We made a move, okay? And so I think Sugar's mama has been quiet too long. Okay. But Sugar's mother needs to have an intervention with her daughter, because if she talks to her daughter, she can't control Finesse. Finesse is doing what Sugar is allowing him to do. If she has an intervention with Sugar, all of this can end today. All Sugar got to do is choose herself and her kids. So Sugar needs some help, okay? Because with the way that Finesse talks to Sugar, I'm trying to understand, would Sugar be doing this, and or has she always been this weak-minded for a man? And or is she just running up and behind Finesse because he appears to have money? Now, each and everybody you listen to talk about Finesse, talk about how he is throwing away money. Now, I don't know if she said Finesse's mother had the $500,000 in her account and she fumbled it. Okay. Now, there are people that say allegedly around Memphis that Finesse 2 times helped his mother supposedly and invested in his mother, and she didn't know what to do with it. She didn't know how to do business, and she was not a good, allegedly. She didn't know how to handle business, had a nasty attitude and all that, and each and every business that he kind of invested in dissolved. Now, when she was talking about Finesse 2 times wouldn't pay her bill, now Sugar Mama just said she got a man living with her. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody gonna want to help you when you got a man living with you, because then that means that they taking care of the man too. And I if that's the case, now you know, everybody fall on hard times, but I know she don't expect for Finesse 2 times to be paying rent, and she got a man living up in there. He's supposed to be paying the damn bills. What's going on with these women? Okay. I grew up around men that they took care of the household. Okay, and that's what I live by, because I can't take care of no man. Never have, never will. Okay. None of that. Okay. Cypress said I woke up just in time. So I mean it's weird. But let me go back to reading it, okay? Because she got all that stuff jumbled up. My eyes got tired of trying to read and figure out if I was reading the wrong words right. Okay, she says, I feel sorry for Lil Jew. He the only one of your mom's kids. They minds his I guess you meant to say that minds his business. He don't be in the midst of the BS. He caught up in your BS trying to stand by your narcissist ass. And I love to know what bills you ever paid for me. I'm waiting. You can't make me look bad. Keep trying. One thing about me, I'm an open book. I've been to jail, came back, went back to jail, went back to jail again, came back, and never looked back. I went to jail taking care of my children, providing for them. I was young and wild. I learned from mistakes. You are so disrespectful. The day my daughter woke up and cut your ass off, that will be the biggest party in H-Town. Her mama just said the day she wake up and cut off Finesse 2 times, that'll be the biggest party in H-Town. And why, when y'all was just in Tyler in jail, you had Lil Ju calling me for you to plead your case that you don't know why they took Hallie to jail, because you told the police it was your drugs, because you know it's hell or jail behind mine. I could be 100 years old. She's still my baby ninja. You embarrassing. You was a one-hit wonder. You have my number. A real man don't run to an app. And one more thing else. She said, one more thing else. My grandchildren would never think it's okay for a man or woman to be on the internet disrespecting them or their mother. Any man that needs multiple women is not living in their truth. Let that sink in. Listen, That ain't the first time I done heard that now. She putting that on out there. Sugar must be done said something. Okay. Sugar, well, I mean that Sugar ain't said none that folks around Memphis ain't done said. Okay. But Sugar Mama kind of put that out there subliminally. Okay. She put out a lot. Okay. Anyways, I digress. But hey, she went in on Finesse 2 times, mom. And she went in, like I said, on Finesse. And we already know that she didn't like Finesse. But how could she like Finesse? I wouldn't like somebody that treat my child a certain way. Some of the reasons why Finesse 2 times might get locked up could be because of this lady. Because I ain't gonna tell no lies. Finesse 2 times got to be stupid if he could ever trust that lady with the way that he treat her daughter. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I be hitting him, I be getting him and sticking him and putting the folks on him every chance I got. And I sure would be calling my daughter, letting her know you need to get yourself some help and get away from that man. I mean, it ain't no fairness in war. No, I would do it. I'm sure that lady putting the police on Finesse. I'm sure she doing all types of shit. Look at how Finesse treat her daughter. It's her daughter's fault, but as a mother, I'm telling you now, I would do it. I would do it. Okay, I would do it. But she got to put some responsibility on her daughter. All of this is by way of Sugar. Sugar is the reason for all of this, because all she got to do is get some self-respect about herself and walk away from Finesse 2 times and choose herself and her kids. She won't do that. That's right. Anybody would do it. When they say, well, Sugar Mama putting the police on Finesse 2 times, I'd put the police on him too. Look at how he treat her damn daughter. I said, my damn Lord, I don't know where I went wrong with raising my damn child. She got a damn brain tumor or something. Lord, deliver her. But in the meantime, I'm going to handle this ninja right here. Ring, ring. He got drugs in his car. Police, you might could catch him on the interstates. Every time I looked at the internet and saw how bad he was treating my child, ring, ring, police, I got some information for you. I don't know what mama wouldn't do it. He knows Sugar is weak-minded, and he takes advantage of that and disrespects her on a world level. As a mother, it's already bad when it happens in secret, but everybody, the whole world, looking at how he uses Sugar's weak mind to try and make himself look big. Because ain't no woman with no strong mind gonna let him do it, because they gonna give him a strong right hook. Okay? I be putting the folks on him every chance I got. Okay? What's up, OG Snake Spotter? Every time I looked at that internet and he was disrespecting my child, and I know she weak-minded, but see, I ain't got no weak-minded daughters. My girls are very strong-willed. Okay? She just was dating an African, and she was young, but she was still strong-willed. She's just naive. But that's what when you have your mother step in with the wisdom. Okay? That's when mothers start to step in to talk to their daughters. Okay? So Finesse 2 times probably gonna always seem like bad luck. Okay? Until, because I'm Sugar Mama say she prays. Okay. So I mean, and they already said his Finesse 2 times own mother said that he fumbled $4 million. He ain't got it. He messed up with a lot of the bookers, or whatever you call them, the promoters. A lot of people won't book him because when he had that $4 million, just like black folks do, a lot of black people, how when black folks get their income tax, instead of working and putting the income tax in the bank, and then it add up every year, and then they can go buy a business with the type of income tax that a lot of these folks get. If they put it in the bank for 3 years, they can get go buy a building. But instead, what's the first thing that happens? When they get that money, they start taking off work. Some of them don't even have days. So they start taking off, or they'll quit their job. They'll start taking off, ain't got no days, so they ain't getting paid. I can't stand no broke-minded Negro like that. They get their income tax, now they ain't going to work. That's a sign, ladies and gentlemen. If you a woman and you got a man that do that, that's a sign to get rid of him. If you got a woman that's got a poverty mindset like that, dump her ass. She ain't no good steward of no money. Get some money and get your taxes. Now they taking off work. That's a slave mentality. So they can spend all the money, don't know how to save nothing. They're not a good steward of no money. That ain't nobody you want to spend your life with. That's a damn fool that you're going to always stay broke with. Okay? And I don't be broke. I don't like, and when I was long time ago, because you know what I mean? I was never broke, because I always worked some. Always had a job. Okay? But I don't like to beg and borrow. And I ain't gonna be with nobody that do. Okay? Because if you don't do that, you get with somebody that's doing that and they work, is something, they're not the yoke is not equal. That means that they don't know, because it don't take nothing to save money. People want to spend every dime they got on some damn clothes. That's a damn fool. Okay? But they said Finesse 2 times, when he got that $4 million, they was booking him instead of building his wealth. He started messing up with the promoters. Okay? He started messing up with the promoters. He started tearing his tail with the promoters. He was giving the promoters his ass to kiss. He was taking their money and running off and sending his brother No Love. He started sending No Love to do his shows, as if people wouldn't know the difference between him and No Love. No Love is a little lighter than Finesse and always been thinner. How he thought he was going to get away with that, right? Then got mad at No Love. This is how you know he is a narcissist. What he doing is already wrong. Then he turned around and get mad at No Love because the people recognized that it was No Love instead of him. We saw the people in the audience saying that ain't none of him. He get mad at No Love because I guess No Love wasn't convincing enough. Okay? A straight up narcissist. We saw that play out. And so now we don't hear about Finesse 2 times as good as Finesse 2 times is with those rhymes. We don't hear about Finesse 2 times being booked. He messed up his own reputation, and then when he started getting into it with the princes, they went ahead and finished them off. Okay. They went ahead and finished them off. And so a lot of stuff is just, he just reaping what he saw on quite a few things. Hey, Lil Vegas, on quite a few things, okay? Because he reaping what he saw on quite a few things, because look at how they did Honeycomb Brazy. We know that Jay Prince and them did that to Honeycomb Brazy. They set him up. Brazy said that, and I believe Finesse was in on that. Right? Yeah, I got a cold. I'm sorry. This weather changing, and it's got my head stopped up. So, yeah. So Suge's mama is speaking out. But I get, maybe she didn't want to. I mean, I think they dogs her daughter out enough. Maybe she didn't want to dog her daughter out publicly. At the same time, I hope Sugar Mama is talking to her behind the scenes saying, Sugar, you need to go get yourself some help. And she needs to be praying. When she said she raised her kids with respect, but she should have been raising her kids also to respect themselves. Sugar don't respect herself. Because if she did, she wouldn't be letting Finesse 2 times handle her any kind of way. And she wouldn't be laid up over there with Finesse 2 times, child. And I'm gonna tell you something. When Sugar finally stopped doing everything that Finesse 2 times say do, and he feel like that she is useless to him, because Finesse only have people around him that he can use. Okay? When he deems her, he gonna throw that up in her face. Bitch, you ain't even been no damn mama to your kids. I'ma take clever. I'm telling you, it's gonna come back to Hannah. That's exactly what he gonna do. I knew a girl. Hold on, y'all. I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. I told y'all being out there in that weather got my head stopped up. Anyways, you guys, I knew a girl like that. I used to be cool with a girl like that. We used to always say, "Why you leave your kids in the house by themselves to go spend the night?" With whatever guy you was with. Her kids were minors. I mean, I had a real issue with that. I've always worked. I was working for the police. I had just, I've always had issues with stuff like that. Parents leaving their kids in the house overnight to go lay up. Okay, it's one thing if they get out of school and you teach them to go in the house and lock the door until you for a couple hours until you get home from work. I really don't even like that, but I understand sometimes you have to do what you got to do. But to leave them so you can go lay up with a man, I got issues with that. Minor children. And so that's what she would do. She would go lay up. And so she started dating this guy. And she would be I know he's talking about when you gonna go home. I think he want to have somebody else over there. I said, why don't you stay at home with your kids or take your kids over there with him? Because you got minor kids. If your kids can't go over there to his house and y'all supposed to be tight, that probably ain't the man for you. So sure enough, she ended up getting pregnant, okay, by him. And when they broke up, they started saying, he was saying she would leave her kids for days and laid up at my house. And I'm getting ready to take my son from her. She thinks she's going to be leaving my son too. I mean, he was already talking about her. That's what women don't understand. That's the first thing a man say. You ain't even no damn good. You ain't no, how you gonna call yourself a woman? You ain't no woman. You don't even take care of your kids right. They're gonna throw it up in your face once they finish using you up. And I can guarantee you that's the exact same thing Finesse 2 times gonna do. Finesse 2 times is mentally ill. So when Sugar decide that she done had enough of his shit and she want to put some child support on him, and he can't use her like he been using her, he gonna take her to court. He got it's all over the internet. She done left her kids. She ain't no damn good mama. She done gave her kids away to her mama to go lay up there with him. And then him and his mama have clever. He ain't gonna raise her right. He just ain't gonna want to pay child support. Okay. But Sugar needs some help. Sugar is people want to say that she's slow. I don't think she's slow. I think that she just got low self-esteem. She got low self-esteem and she's selfish. That's a selfishness. She would prefer to be laid up with Finesse 2 times for whatever reason than to be with her damn kids. That's selfishness. Okay. He said, when the snake gets snakes, he said, Sugar Mama, no, that is her business. Sugar Mama, actually nice. I would have done did Finesse 2. If I was Finesse 2 times, better be glad I ain't on a Sugar Mama. Because I probably would have done put him out of business by now. He would have came and put Sugar back on my doorstep. Lady, take your damn daughter and leave me the hell alone. Okay? If you ask me, she ain't did enough. And I know, like I said, I'm not saying that it's Sugar's fault. But as a mother, what ain't don't know, even when our kids wrong, we don't like to see nobody mistreating them. I would have had Finesse 2 times in a chokehold so bad he would have came and put Sugar on my doorstep and said, "Lady, take your motherfucking daughter. I promise to God I'll never look at her again." And go on and get them another. Go get somebody else's daughter and let them deal with that. Okay. But like I said, all of this is Sugar's fault. Cypress, where Cypress? I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link right quick. I want to ask you something about Finesse. Finesse 2 times must have responded. I couldn't find it. She was responding to something that they said. I can't. What's the name of Finesse 2 times page? Because I know he posts Finesse 2 times. He posts stuff. And then when he posts stuff, he takes it down. Thank you, James. Finesse could take in that beautiful young lady and build her up into something different. Right. But he want to make himself look good off of her weak mind. Like by talking bad to her. Sugar ain't no ugly girl. I guess she got a big ass. It's warped. It's warped. It ain't built right. But she got a big, I guess that's, she got a butt. Okay. They in that type of business anyways. I guess they could have made some money off of it. I'm not saying her. I'm just saying off of like booty shorts or thick girls. She could have really did like a thick girl movement or something like that. Love your body or something like that. But what girl gonna listen to her? What thick girl gonna listen to her talk about love yourself, love your body, and she let Finesse 2 times dog her like that? Cypress, what's the name of Finesse 2 times page?
What I about it?
Huh?
You said what I think about it?
Now, what's the name of his page?
A Big Father. Call it Big Father.
That's his name, Big Father on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy. So that's why she said Big Father. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. A damn fool. Let's see.
It's just a name.
I wonder who is that singing on his page now. I likes that. I wonder if he from Memphis. These kids from Memphis can sing. I wanted this little boy from Memphis. I might have to get him to sing in my event. Let's see.
Just because I raised
Chosen Child.
saying I might be tired, lady. Try to understand.
Lord have mercy.
That doesn't mean that you done something wrong. Oh,
Child.
and just because when we have a little fight, I walk out the door, stay out all night. It doesn't mean that I won't be coming home.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Oh, 'cause honey, I love you. I love you. Oh, what else?
They said that's
Can
little EJ. Where is he
I?
from? The dot chosen child. Where is little EJ from?
And Johnny Taylor, Jimmy Carr, he jamming that jam.
Wasn't he jamming? Is he from Memphis? Let's see how much he charged to
Oh
sing at
no.
the event.
Black Chicago cop gets racially profiled.
All right, let's move on back to Finesse. He said, when I get a haircut, I ain't got a girlfriend no more.
I guess old girl tell him actually gonna leave him if he cut her up.
Chicago cop
Also, this is what he said about Sugar's mama.
violating his first.
Somebody said, where's little EJ from? Oh, she said she don't know where he's from. His big father says you can't sit back and be quiet today because they will run with the narrative. You got to let the people know your side and let them decide if you wrong or not. Yeah, it's effed up that's life like that. But that's social media. You'll meet me in real life and get a whole different person. I went a long time feeling like I couldn't let the world know how I feel without being judged. Then I realized they're going to judge me regardless, so I might as well tell them the truth. It ain't like they don't see it. Some going to hate it, some going to love it, and that's just life. Loyalty over love. So basically, when he see Sugar weak-minded, okay? When he starts saying loyalty over love, Sugar might love her kids. She might love her mama, but you know, if when a weak-minded mom, when you got a weak-minded person like Sugar, Finesse 2 times could say, well, it's got to be loyalty over love. Even if you love your kids, you love your mama, you got to choose me. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't get this from this.
What you get? Tell me what you get.
I think he's talking about when he's talking about Lord's over. I'm thinking he's talking about his family. I don't even think he's even talking about shit. So Sugar's already brainwashed. She ain't going nowhere.
Is this where he was talking about her? Finesse 2 times on something. Look at Lord, he throwing his hair out his face and eyes and stuff. Now he might need to cut that off because he already shows signs of femininity. And when they get to throwing their hair and shit, that's another thing. Okay.
Finesse pimping, man.
Finesse ain't pimping.
Yeah.
And he on pills. Look at how he jerking and going on. I think he on powder.
No, I don't think he on powder.
And I don't
Maybe
and listen, I like his music. I believe Finesse might want to do good, but Finesse needs some help. Finesse too talented. He's one of the best to come out of Memphis. He's too talented to allow all these damn character flaws and mental illness to keep him held back.
Yeah, he one of the best to come out of Memphis outside of Yo Gotti and Moneybagg Yo. You're right, I agree.
No, he come before Moneybagg Yo, and Yo Gotti ain't even in a league with Finesse 2 times. Let's go and get that straight.
No, I mean not at this point, but you know he set the trend for it. You know what
I'm talking about, Yo Gotti ain't never been able to rap as better than Finesse 2 times.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like Finesse, Gotti, Bag, all of them are like in the top of the best to do it.
Well, I mean, what kind of noise Moneybagg been making lately? I don't know what you mean by that, because Dolph is better than And then Dolph was better than Gotti. That's the reason why Gotti had them boys go there and kill him. Because he knew Dolph was surpassing him.
Maybe buying turkeys and shit, he probably was better.
Well, now he was surpassing them with their music.
No.
And their money, because Dolph had back then, and Dolph been gone 4 years. Dolph already had back then what Yo Gotti just starting to show now. Folks act like they forget that.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about music wise. Dolph wasn't nowhere near.
Well, it's about evidently the music was better. Dolph had more. He was getting more money, so evidently whatever he was doing, he was making more money. So his music must have been better. Listen, Finesse says, and y'all can sit here and try to figure out my relationship issues and paint Sugar to be a victim all y'all want to. It ain't y'all business. Wow. Y'all see how he throws Sugar up under the bus? That man don't care nothing about Sugar. He likes abusing her. He uses Sugar. Finesse 2 times is messed up. So he uses Sugar. He takes all of that bad energy out on Sugar. Okay. He says, y'all can try to paint Sugar to be a victim all y'all want to. It ain't y'all business. I'm not talking down on her. She a good person with a good heart. Got flaws like everybody else though. And y'all don't know what I go through every day. Go through everybody else fake a lifestyle, relationship, or social media to like them, not me. Y'all gonna know why y'all think I ain't got a problem letting nobody see what I do. I'm a man. I ain't no dog, Ninja. I give what I get. Disturb my peace and I'm gonna find some. Okay, so he trying to justify how he treat her. He really just gaslit her. We already know when No Love said that when he, Finesse 2 times like to mess, according to No Love, remember? Finesse like to mess with junkies and all of that. And he said he said that Sugar would, go in the closet and stuff. And his mama, she would be in the closet shaking, talking about taking herself out. And her mama used to have to go into the closet. His mama used to have to go in the closet and get her and talk her out of the closet and stuff. She was crying and shaking and stuff. I think both of them need to get themselves some help. Okay, because they who else gonna deal with them like that? It's something wrong with both of them. But I think they need to get themselves some help. But if they got help, they might realize mentally that they don't even want each other. They both just mentally sick. Right now, you know how mentally sick people attract, okay, to each other. And then once they get healthy, they realize they don't really have anything in common.
Sugar ain't gonna go nowhere. She's blinded by the fame.
You think that's what it is, the fame? It's gotta be something.
Yeah. What else?
But I wonder if she was ever like a fool for all the other men that she was with. Sugar got all those kids. Sugar got all those kids. Now they say that she supposedly, allegedly, she was a prostitute. When she had time to do that? All she did was have kids.
And she probably seen she was having kids in the midst of it. And you can't call
them. Since a dog started staying in the studio and it showed young dog, the paper route boss. Long live young dog. The paper route boss. Y'all know we represent. We're gonna always represent young dog on this channel. So what you think gonna happen? Why you think? Like, let me ask you something. Have the princess totally cut Finesse off? Cypress.
I think Junior and them have.
So he's not signed to them anymore.
No, he ain't signed with Mob.
Well, then they might be the ones because Finesse is not getting booked. Finesse don't get booked. You don't hear about Finesse 2 times performing nowhere.
That's because he messed over a lot of promoters.
Yeah, he messed over a lot of promoters. He was taking
That's what
their money
that's
and
what him
running off.
that's what him and Bag was arguing about early in his career. Bag told him, don't mess up with the promoter. And he didn't did it.
Well, he got that $4 million. I guess he thought that he could spend. You could a ninja that ain't used to nothing. They ain't never had none. You get $4 million. You feel like you could just have that and live for the rest of your life while you constantly spending. Nobody told him that when you constantly spending, the money was gonna dwindle. If you didn't make more money, I guess he's seeing now.
Well, I don't think he just totally broke, but only reason why his mama never mad time out there because he cut they sorry ass off.
Well, Sugar Mama just said Finesse mama lived with a man. Now she's sitting up talking about she living in trap houses and he won't pay her rent and stuff. First of all,
Yeah.
even if my son had bought me a house, I mean, I you know, she needs to she need to tread lightly if she gonna be letting them. So if you owe him, you got bills and stuff, you got rent, you got mortgage. The moment you move a man up in the house, you shouldn't expect for your son to pay that mortgage no more. You moving a
Well,
man up in the house because he can pay them bills, right? I mean, that's how
like,
it's
look,
supposed to be.
well, this 2025, that shit ain't rolling like that, but
Well, then he can't
it,
move
it,
in.
everybody knows, man. That's all the type of niggas she used to met with. All her baby daddies, most of them was like this. Especially Debo. Debo wasn't gonna get up at shit.
Well, then don't move him in. Why would she expect for her son to take care of her and a man?
I don't know. I don't know. But that's what she always been.
That ain't cool. I wouldn't do it either. I would. I'd take care of my mama, but I'm not gonna take care of no dude that's living on up in the house on my dime. He waiting for me to pay the damn rent.
Yeah, well, he should have never told her to come down there, man. But me,
Well,
I know my
yeah,
mama dealing
yeah,
with
but
all
common
them
sense
man,
should
your
tell.
ass in the dump.
Finesse 2 times, mama ain't no damn spring chicken. As a woman, Finesse 2 times, mama know better. You don't. Your son taking care of you. He's supposed to take care of his mama, especially he asked her to move down there. You move a man up in the house, that changes the chemistry.
But here was the thing, though. This woman ain't never been nothing but a thief and a booster her whole life. It ain't like she ever lived on it. I mean, so what she was saying.
But Finesse 2 times, mama been out in the street. She know how the game. She know the game. You know,
Man,
the
this woman,
moment you move a man up in your house and don't nobody want to help you, you shouldn't expect for your son to take care of the man.
but she don't think like this. She always deal with niggas that didn't do nothing. Oh, she been a booster and a thief for her whole life. Everybody that know her.
Ali says he was one of them. I could see if she had it would be different. If Finesse 2 times had a mama had a man or a husband that she had been with that had taken for a long time that had been taking care of her. I get some money, I go, mama, I want to take care of you and little Rufus. Her longtime boyfriend that I've seen her with that has lived there. He helped her. Mama, I know you and Rufus been having a hard time. I want to help y'all. You've been with him for 20 some years. He worked hard. I want to help to alleviate some of that. But getting randoms, hell no.
No, she been with dude for a minute. Dude ain't never really had shit. So it ain't like that. It ain't like
Well
it's a
then,
surprise
but
to
this lady
him.
talking about how she's struggling. And if he's still supposed to work, so she never should have been getting ready to get put out if she had a man. She's talking about she wasn't working, so the man don't work.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He probably had a few dollars, but he ain't finna get her shit.
Well, then why he living up in that house with her?
Hey man, you got some cold midget pimping. That's all I'm saying.
Lord have mercy. Oh. Ain't nowhere in the world you supposed to be getting ready to be evicted. Even if your son decide he ain't gonna pay the bills, and you got a man living up in there with you.
Well, get what? This woman knows she been having rent. She been boosting the skin of her whole life. You done got caught up in case, all type of shit going on. Man, don't know, man. Sometimes the man can see how you will. But I ain't fucking with that. I'm just gonna draw that where I got it. You know, you just never know.
I'm telling you, Lethal, that's the truth. TB21 says Finesse is a badass. He could have got that man out his mama house. He rented for her. If he's such a real ninja, he should told his mama, dude, right. If he had an issue with paying rent because that man was living there, he should have told her, Mama, I got an issue with paying these bills and you got a man living up in here. That means I'm taking care of you and the man.
For what? How to do what? Go on the internet and blast you like you.
Well, she did it anyway. She did it anyway, but she didn't mention that she had a man living up in there with her.
Of course she wasn't going to mention it because she needs the motherfucking go from me.
Like I said, I'm just used to men work. And I'm not saying people don't fall on hard times. But how you blasting your son like this and you done move the man up in there?
Easy.
That man wasn't living there with her in the beginning.
Easy, cause her son got the bag. Her man no.
Well, she ought to be looking at him sideways too.
Hey man, TPC, that people mindset is bad, man. You can't want a 1970s and want a 1980s relationship in 2025. That shit just ain't gonna go together.
So you saying Finesse 2 times supposed to take care of him and her and the man?
No, but I think he should have took care of his mama, but at the same time, my mama go on the internet saying, you know.
They said if Finesse knew his mom, he should have not rented the house in the first. I agree, TB21. I agree with you. If he knew that she had a straggler, then he shouldn't have rented the house to begin with.
This is what happened. This woman been dealing with this man for a long time. Like you can. I had she the waited for Ricky to get to the house and brought that man down, and Ricky was for whatever reason used that against her not to pay the rent, man. Y'all gotta peep this shit.
Wait a minute, you said he told her to move the man down there?
No, she waited until Ricky got her the house. Then
she didn't make no good decisions on that
man down there. But it was no.
That was not a good decision to make. Surely she should have. She already know that she knew better than that. Not unless he could move in and contribute.
He probably was contributing here and there, but he wasn't gonna be able to contribute what Finesse was gonna contribute. But it wasn't a
well, it takes more than contributing because most men. Okay, so even if Finesse was paying the mortgage, it seemed like to me if he was working, he should have been saving some money. Therefore, when Finesse decide well he don't want to pay the mortgage no more, then they got money saved up. Instead, she talking about I ain't got no money. I can't work. I can't do this. I'm about to get put out. I've been begging for a job. I ain't got no car. And you got a man living up in there?
Here is the thing. She been boosting for the longest. Here is the thing. It wasn't a problem until Finesse can't bring no hoes over there and do what he do or want to do.
Well, he was wrong too.
Yeah, that wasn't a
But he
problem.
probably already had he probably already had an issue with that. And he wrong too. He want to bring folks up in the house and bring his prostitutes or whatever up in the house. I don't know. They all meant screwed up. What I'm saying is, I don't think it's normal why would the man solely just want to be vulnerable? Most men ain't like that. Most real men, they don't want to be vulnerable to be dependent on a man, their mama's son, to pay rent.
Look, it's 2025. These niggas put the
You said you said it's 2025. What?
squeeze.
Lord have mercy. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. I don't know what to, think. Like I said, when was the last time that we heard that Finesse 2 times was booked? Do he get booked around Houston, Cypress? Do you hear about him doing shows around Houston?
Hell no. Mob ties ain't going for it.
So did he totally fall out with Mob ties?
Yeah, well, he's not up under their management.
Fell out with him because they wouldn't let him live in Houston.
Well, you gotta pay them, and probably putting them up on the mob ties tax. Ain't no telling, how they do it.
Well, I believe paying Mob ties taxes.
Yeah, me too. But nah, he ain't up under their management no more. He up under BMM management.
And that's where he went wrong. That's where he went wrong. He ain't did a damn thing since he been up under BMMs, just like Black Youngster ain't. But he wasn't doing, Black Youngster ain't did nothing since he, participated in taking Young Dolph out. So he ain't even did no interviews or nothing.
But see, Finesse thought he was gonna get a CMG contract. That's old. That been dead.
Don't he know that God ain't gonna go against the princess for him?
Well, yeah.
He know it now, don't it? If he up on the female's management, how come they not getting him booked?
Well, number one, he done messed over all the chitlin circuit promoters, Mississippi, Alabama. Memphis ain't gonna never book him for nothing. They done messed over all the chillin'. There ain't no major promoters don't want to book him because their music ain't hitting no shit.
Well, we know ain't nobody in New York gonna book him, is it?
Nah, they don't really like down south music.
Nah, they just like to steal our style.
Well, New York can't never compete with down south, but they don't really like people from down south or down south music like that.
Well, I mean, he can't go nowhere in Tennessee. I don't think he ever booked in Memphis. They be Memphis artists try to stay away from Memphis because of the crabs in a barrel mentality. Because as soon as they know they being booked in Memphis, they start trying to plot to take them out. That's how pathetic a lot of damn Memphians are. Hey, Miss Kim.
Well, he probably can get booked in Arkansas somewhere. Maybe.
Arkansas ain't got. don't think it would generate the type of revenue that he'd be looking for. Ain't nobody gonna even go over the bridge to see Finesse. I
Like there
wonder
was
how he
some more
making
money.
money. How is he making money?
Hell, probably OnlyFans. The music ain't
So Sugar is the breadwinner now, right?
That what everybody saying.
That's what it's got to be. I mean, but that's gonna get old too. It's probably already done got old. It's I mean, okay. Sugar ain't no ugly girl, but I mean, it. See, okay, I'm done with it. I don't want to
I
say
don't know
more.
ugly. She ain't no ugly girl, but don't nobody want that shit.
Right. Well, I was saying, when they get to, how who wants to, and not unless she prostituting.
Nobody.
And I don't put that past them.
Well, I'm glad you don't.
Lisa Finesse is tarnished. I'm trying to understand why B Mims, if that's his client, why B Mims ain't trying to reconstruct his image. He ain't doing shit. I guess we're waiting on the feds to come and get him for hiding Cornelius, whatever he did, whatever part he played when Cornelius them came to Atlanta. You didn't think I knew that, did you? So I guess that's what he doing. Why ain't B Mims doing nothing? He's
Hey
supposed to
man,
be the
should let
one.
me them just
If that's
be
his
like,
management.
well, Finesse stuff and then King exposed and then
You said King did what? King been out the way though, and
it's bad, y'all.
King back with his dad, right? For some reason, your phone going out, Cypress. Hey, J Rail. Hey, Miss Gina. Good morning to you all.
It been all bad.
Your phone going out, Cypress. It's going out bad. We can't even hear you. We don't hear you right now. Okay, he went down. He probably come back up, y'all. She said Finesse is hogwash. Hey, Ace. It's more people up because I've been up early. Y'all, this is the second weekend that Auntie went outside, child. Last weekend we went to the concert, and I enjoyed the concert so much. This weekend we went to a tea party, a fashion show tea party. We had now I love that because that was like my type of audience. And then we had fun afterwards. Like I don't never stay out to no 1 in the morning, and one tired when I got home. Lily, I ain't gonna get out next weekend. Y'all know I don't really. I be outside every day. So when I'm in the house, I like to be in the house. Lisa, thank you, Ace, for the 199 super sticker. I need to put up a what you call. Hold on, Cypress. Hold on. Cypress sent me something.
Everything was solid.
And Cypress, who is that you just sent me?
Oh, that's your boy. Finesse 2 times with his
Is
new
is that
boots.
the new girl that he's with?
Yeah.
Hold on, you all. Okay. Thank you, Ace, for the 199 super chat. You all, if y'all want to support the channel, you could support the channel via Cash App or super chat. Okay. So is that the new girl that Finesse 2 times is with? Let's see.
Yep.
Her name is Chanel.
She also leveled the floor.
This is probably her right here. Is she an artist? She's from out of Chicago?
Yeah, she from Chicago. Whether she an artist, I don't know about all that.
So what Sugar think about this? Well, I'm sure she don't think nothing. He like thick girls. That's for he like thick girls. That's for sure. They all be similar in shape and sizes for sure. Yeah. See, he like girls that. Okay, so he like girls that be on that harem type stuff. That he like that. That like to. Now, Sugar must have told her mama something because y'all heard what Sugar mama said about Finesse. She said he ain't living in his truth. Now, Finesse spent more time in jail than he did outside of jail. His brother No Love also alluded to that too. Okay, so I'm telling you, he came out. He was wearing pink shirt, pink boots, hot pink boots and stuff. That's not a real color. That's not a color that straight men prefer. Okay, where they wearing big, thick pink boots and shit like that, hot pink stuff. Most men prefer darker colors. Okay, we talked
Shout out
about
to
his
Man
ass.
Man Maze in the
He did
building.
that. We ain't seen him do that too much more either, because we talked about it.
Finesse just finesse, man.
Now he messing with them girls out of Chicago. He gonna come up missing. The moment they get mad at him, he gonna come up missing. She look like BBJ.
Don't it though? He got
Halloween
Suge in the
party, free parking, west side of Chicago. Chanel doll. So she's a stripper. Live entertainment and dancers. I don't want to show her child, her baby. Yeah, so I guess she's like a dancer or something like that. Ace said thick mamas. I ain't mad. I'm thick. Most women are, okay? Because when we eat now, the food makes you thick instantly, okay? Because they got something in the food. But come to think of it, I got to go get my yams this morning. I'm cook my Sunday dinner. I got my turkey wings out. I got to do my yams. Get my yams and bake them. It says had to come on this side with everyone else. Oh, you was over on the other side. Let me see. It might be some more people. It's 10 people on the other channel. On the Real Talk with Tamara 2, it's 10 people over there right now. So they're may not be interacting with us over on the first channel. Yeah, I got 2 channels. I got a backup channel, which is Real Talk with Tamara 2. And I have Real Talk with Tamara 1. 92 people are over on the 1 channel, and 10 people are over on the 2 channel. Anyways, I don't know. Like I said, Sugar's mama, I think Sugar, she's not going to be able to control Finesse. Okay. The only thing Sugar's mother, what she needs to be doing, I understand her being mad. Okay. Because you get mad when people mistreat your kids, regardless of how naive or weak-minded they may be. Okay. But she needs to have an intervention with her daughter because Sugar has low self-esteem and she's selfish. She's choosing to leave her kids and be with Finesse. That's a matter of selfishness and choice. I ain't gonna be with nobody that my kids don't like, especially if he mistreating me. I ain't gonna be with nobody that mistreat me. I don't like people that think they can mistreat even other people, let alone me. Okay. Some of these brothers need to grow, and just because you from Memphis, the pimping mindset can. I don't really understand. Listen, let me just say this as a Memphian, and Lee, you might be from Memphis too. I know Cypress is from Memphis. Okay, we got a lot of Memphians in here, whether they saying something or not. I'm saying this with love. I can't understand why these folks sitting up from Memphis talking about they pimps and they broke. Okay. That pimping mindset is just a damn illusion. What they try to do is they try to prey on weak women. I don't understand how women gonna be whoring and need a damn pimp anyways and get him the money. But that's a damn illusion because most of them around talking about they pimping, they broke. So, and I'm telling you from a girl from Memphis that be outside every day that's looking at them. Okay. That needs to get a job. These women need to get some damn self-respect and have some class about themselves. And they could stop a lot of this shit. He gonna either come up to your level or push on. Oftentimes when they in the sewer, they don't know how to come up to your level. So you have to leave them where they are. That's it. I think people gonna have to learn and have some respect about themselves. That's right. He chose image over his career. Finesse 2 times is one of, he's a hard rapper. I'm telling you, like he's hard. Look into some of his, you could feel his lyrics. You could tell he sat in jail all that time and perfected his craft of being able to think of these rhymes right off the top of his head. That's a craft. Okay, that's a gift. But he's chosen an image. He could have had a lot of women following him. Ain't no real women gonna want to follow him, looking at, even though Suge is appears to be slow, at the very least, at the very most, or at least she got low self-esteem.
Appears to be.
But ain't no women gonna follow you, and you sitting up dogging out women. We still women. Don't he know that if he keep the women happy, that he could have his concerts, but he done messed up. He could have his concerts booked out, and wherever the women are, the men gonna come. Oh man, Finesse 2 times have a lot of bad women at his concert. I'm going. They'll book out your concert. He didn't know how to work that because he's stupid. Thank you, Ace, for the $4.99 super sticker.
Yeah, y'all. Make sure the women happy first and everything else fall in line.
Hey,
Some of us
Mildred.
haven't learned it later on in life.
Hey, Anissa. So, a lot of things Finesse did to himself. I mean, all of it he did to himself. So, I mean, I think Finesse was just so institutionalized, and now it's starting to hurt him. He might not even be a bad person, but he a flawed person. He's Thank you, Anissa, for the $4 super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think he's such a flawed person. Um he's so institutionalized. He's one of those people that feel like, I mean, you see a person use a person. Each and every person that is around you, you use them to the max, right? Instead of hiring him a team. Why B Mims didn't tell him that? Now, I mean, he was having traction with mob ties, but they probably let him go on. He ruined all of his relationships. They couldn't get him booked and make no money off of him. So that's why they let him go on. And he's probably still getting residuals. I'm sure they got him in a contract where he's still getting residuals off of him, whether he signed to him or not.
Nowadays really ain't going nowhere because everybody is on social media down in them in.
Yeah, he
Talking
said
bad about him.
that's why Kenny Money was a hit. I love how that young man was rapping to his female audience. So when he went to these colleges to perform, he went crazy. Yeah, a lot of Memphis rappers kind of mess up because they want that illusion of being a pimp and just dogging women out. Women are gonna be your biggest supporters. Ain't nobody gonna support no mess like that. You want women talk about them
Amen.
and dog them out and get on there and try to make even though they might call Suge stupid, we're still women. We don't appreciate the way he treating her to try to make himself look good. I tell you what I'm gonna do, Negro. I ain't gonna buy your music. How about that? That's what's
Yeah.
happening. So whoever said that is right. He chose his image, which is a damn illusion, over his
Yeah.
pockets. Because the first thing real men are gonna say, I ain't gonna go to no damn concert where ain't nothing but men. I got to be around some women. And a whole lot of women ain't gonna support him based on what he is depicting on the internet. Mm-hmm. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't, please do. Kenny had one video where he was at the dinner table on a date with the young lady, like he was gloating over her. Right. You know, people like to see that. That's how artists were able to sell so much. Like, I mean, yeah, people like looking at that, where there's, chivalry and there's, courting and all of that going on. Instead, you see them to my it's bros over hoes. Where do men say that at? I mean, if you, I mean, I ain't got no issues with gay people, but I think they need to be open with it. So I can say, okay, and they saying it bros over, and I mean, a hoe ain't got to be no woman either. Okay, because they want to affiliate women with being hoes. I don't accept that. I don't like disrespect for men either. To me, they garbage. Okay, but then if you get to you if you start looking at a lot of them background, then you know they came from garbage. That's why they look at women like that, and then a lot of them are on the down low anyways. And I don't have no issues with gay folks or people being gay. I have issues with people hiding it and then trying to dog out somebody else. I like for folks to be open. Okay, that's what I like. I have a cousin that's gay. I love him to death. And I love the fact that he is so open and comfortable with his sexuality. I love that so much. He's fun, he's happy, he's open. Okay, and we have so much fun when he's in town. But he's comfortable with who he is, so he's a happy person. He don't try and dog out straight women. Okay, because he has to be on the down low and he's mad. Some of these folks need to come up out the closet. That's why they mad and angry. They can't live out their truth. Okay? And they respect the fact. They respect heterosexual people. Okay? Because see, I don't have any issues with a person, what a person's sexuality is, as long as they can respect what mine is. I choose to be with men. Okay? Anybody else that choose, if you choose, respect that. I respect you because you respect me. That's it. I don't believe in no gay bashing. I don't believe in no heterosexual bashing. I don't like down low people. Okay. I don't like down low people. You using other people. You already know you don't like women. But you're getting with a woman and you're mad and you're about to beat the hell out of her because you scared to live out your truth. Okay. That's what's going on with a lot of these rappers. And the women ain't got sense enough to walk away because they like the lifestyle. Says, look, a pretty young schoolie just recently got married. The young man said he ain't stuck on spending. He going, I saw that. I saw they was all at his wedding. That's really cool. That's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I'm so happy finishing out my degree. Y'all don't know how happy I am. And I get to think about like, dog, why didn't I finish it? Why didn't I finish out my degree before? But the fact that I'm finishing what I started, it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. That's why my hours and stuff down on here, because I be so busy. I be going from work to preparing. Because my classes start I'm starting the second. I start the second half of the semester, and to doing other things, to prepare for other stuff. So when I be happy I be happy when people send me something. Did you see this? I get to looking, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll talk about this. Um, because I don't really get to see what's other than what's in the Memphis news. I do look at what's in the Memphis news because I make time for that because I have to see what's going on around me. Tierney says, Tamara, yesterday, Finesse mother said yesterday she misses BBJ. She's in jail and has been in there since March. Good, she needs to be. Well, somebody said that BBJ was like a scammer or something, so that's probably why she up in there. He made Suge look bad with that. She said, I thought you said it was just I thought you said it was just gonna be me and you. Um, he said, I'm gonna and he put her on live to humiliate her. That's if I was Sugar, that's why Sugar Mama don't like him. I wouldn't like him either, but I'd be mad as hell at my daughter too. He said, I'm gonna always mess with BBJ, and if you don't like it, you can leave. The only thing Sugar said, you know we on live, don't it? He said, yeah, I know we on live. So he says stuff like that to make himself look good. He don't love Sugar. He don't love her past what she probably the only woman that'll do anything. Because you heard his sister say that if Ricky told Sugar to drink a whole bottle of lean, she would do it. She'd kill herself. She drank the whole bottle right then and there. And I hope they didn't put nothing into the atmosphere because he likes to boost his ego. He might tell her to do it just to boost his ego. That's right. Women are the symbol of love. I think it's sad that women have to be that we have to be hard to protect ourselves. We're not. You would think that you know when you're with a man, you're supposed. I mean, this is what I saw. You're supposed to be able to be vulnerable. You're supposed to be able to be soft. Okay, you're supposed to be able to be feminine. I mean, it ain't nothing like when I'm looking at people and I see a woman and she's totally able to be vulnerable with a man. She's able to be feminine and he takes, care of his woman. I'm talking about, no, baby, I got that. You know what I mean? I got, or he ain't got to say it. She already know. I was looking at a girl on live one day and I used to like to, before I had started selling that paparazzi, I got all new paparazzi that I ain't never sold because I ain't never had time to do it. It's still boxed up, brand new. But I used to look at this girl, and she used to be selling her paparazzi, and she would be fixing her lights, and she would go, "Oh my God, my lights messing up. I got to talk to my husband. I got to tell my husband because these lights ain't doing right." And so her husband walked in and she said, baby, it's something going on with these lights. He immediately started trying to fix them lights for he already knew. Like, that's a good thing when you guys, when you could just like reside in your feminine energy because you already know your man is going to handle those things that men are supposed to handle. And you can handle those things that women are supposed to handle. These days, I see women have men, they paint the damn house. They flat foot painting the house. And they got a man sitting there on the couch looking at YouTube. Okay. They putting fixtures and shit all up on the wall. You can't even ask them, baby, it's something going on with this. You know how to and look right back at the damn phone or iPad or whatever. Ain't shit. Okay. But it makes you softer when you know that you got somebody that's, even if they can't fix it, they're gonna look into it. Well, baby, I can't fix that. We're gonna have to bring in a professional. Okay. If my man say that, if my man can't fix it, then he gonna bring in a professional. He gonna handle that. I be seeing women out there cutting the damn grass while they men sitting on the car talking on the phone. What kind of shit is that? Because even if he don't want to push that lawnmower, then we need baby, I don't want to push that lawnmower, but I'm gonna go get me a lawnmower I can sit on. Okay, that's cool. And ride and cut that grass. I remember when I was a little girl, I wanted to ride. My dad had a riding lawnmower even when I was a little girl. I wanted to drive that lawnmower so bad. My dad had all girls. I remember saying to my dad, he was in his backyard, and I said, Dad, I really wanted to drive. I said, I want to cut the grass. I want to drive the lawnmower. And he was like, you can't cut this grass. You can't. And so he saw me standing there. He was like, come on, get on. He said, I'm gonna go back up the hill. It was in his backyard, and then you come down. I got on that lawnmower and I started driving every which kind of way because I wanted to drive. I saw my dad's arms all up in there. Wait, what you think you doing? I said, cutting the grass. I thought I could just drive it any kind of way. My dad almost had a fit. The Neighbor Next Door Productions. That's just not how the world works. And if they out there by themselves, more predators are coming for them. What you talking about the production next door? If who's out here by themselves? Are you talking about prostitutes? Y'all hit the like button. I don't know about that. Are you talking about women that are by themselves, the neighbor next door? Because I don't know what you're talking. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Because what I've been reading lately is women that's women been getting killed by their boyfriends. The boyfriends they've been with for a long time been killing them. So they probably would have did better if they were by themselves. I don't be worried. I don't. The only thing that bothers me is like I understand how mentally ill people are. They are very invasive. They feel like they have a right because so much information is out there. I think it's a mental illness anyways to be wanting to know personal things about folks that has not invited you in their life. That's a predator, right? I recognize predatory behavior. So the only thing that bothers me is that people are so invasive. They look at women and men, okay, as what's up, Diane? As if they are by themselves. They look at them, oh, that'll be easy prey. The only thing that bothers me is I know I'm gonna knock somebody down. I'm going to you can't come to don't invade. I have a paranoid spirit. Don't ever invade my privacy. Don't ever think you can walk to my door because you're not gonna walk away. I cannot allow you to walk away because number one, you got to be crazy to do it. So that's going to be it might be a repetitive cycle. So I got to lay you down and stop you. I got to go ahead and get that, stop the problems because you are a problem. You are a threat to my person and you got to go. And I feel like I'd be doing the whole world a service if I went ahead and took you down because there's something wrong with you. You got to go. That's it. That's the only thing that bothers me. I don't want to have to go through explaining why I did that. Okay? That's the only thing that bothers me. If people don't invite you into their life, leave them alone. If you haven't been invited, that means that you are mentally ill. You are a predator. Whether you are a man or a woman, you got a lot of women that's crazy now. They are very invasive, intrusive. I hear men all the time say some woman, he met some woman and he might have talked to her one time. Next thing he knows, she was knocking at his door. That is scary because normal people don't do that. It ain't. That's why these men have to be careful when they have wives and girlfriends and stuff. It ain't safe for them to cheat. They endanger their women and their children because the way a lot of these women, their mind is now, they so mentally screwed up. They get to thinking about, well, if his wife wasn't around, I could have him. They got a nice house and I could be living in that house. And next thing he know, his wife walking out to go to work the next morning and somebody done hit her up. It's happening every day. That's why people have to be very smart about what they do. Because if you messing with somebody on the side, sooner or later they're going to get mad. They're going to get tired and they're going to feel like if this person wasn't here, this could be mine. And most men don't leave their wives. I don't understand why these be old chicks. They already should know better. Most men don't leave their women, especially not their wives for other women, not unless you're weak-minded. They don't leave home. So, and a lot of women know that. That's why they take to trying to hurt the women. Kill his wife, kill his girlfriend. Y'all, they doing it. I'm telling y'all. Okay. So more and more people are very obsessive. So I have to watch people with that just when they focus in on you and they don't really know you, they focus in on you and they have obsessive type mentality and personalities. To me, that is worth documentation and that's worth watching. It ain't normal for a person that you don't even know to be fixated and focus in on you like that. It's not normal. It's one thing to admire somebody's beauty. Go, dog, I have an admiration for that person. I like what they do. I like their drive. Hey, I admire that person. I have an admiration because I'm like that with some people. I go, dog, I admire like that person's hustle and all of that. If they got a social media channel, I will follow their channel because they inspire me. But I'm not going to follow them to hate them because then that's something else unhealthy. And I might need to get myself checked out. So what I do is when I don't like people or I don't like their message or whatever, I don't look at their stuff. I feel like that's the sane and healthy way to handle it. Okay. McNamee says some of these women be having their gun by the bed on the night. Ace, I ain't gonna even tell no stories. I sure got mine. Okay. My dogs are real good. My dogs get to barking if they hear anything. One day, my daughter was outside, had not even made it to my door, and my dogs just started barking. Just had not even made it to the door. They just started barking. To the point I thought she was at the door. I was like, dog, let me open this door for this girl. And I called her, said, where you at? I'm still in the car. But my dogs heard her when she pulled up. He said, I feel naked without mine. The girl that do one of the girls that do my lashes, she said that her car had quit on the side of the road right there at by the Airways exit. I said, girl, were you scared? She said, no, I had all three of my guns, one in my glove compartment, she said one in my bra and one up under my seat. But that did happen, y'all, some years back. A lady car quit on the side of the road early one morning, and the guy, a white guy, pulled over to help her, and then he turned around and raped her on the side of the road at about 6 o'clock in the morning. A black woman, and pulled off. I tell women to be careful. Um, Folks ain't got no money to go to the casino no more because I remember years ago when I was working in felony response MPD, a lady walked in. I was sitting up there at their front desk and she walked in and she was like, where do I go to report a rape? I said, well, she just bust out the crying. I said, well, wait a minute. Let me go get one of the investigators. And I remember at the time it was Hully there with me. And she said that she was down at the casino and she was walking to her car. And she said she had been down there all night. She was walking to her car. This lady was working. She worked and everything. And she said she was walking to her car and a man pulled her in. And she said after he raped me, he just threw me out in the parking lot. She said he just threw her out. So be careful when these folks, you know, I don't care how nice looking they might look, because oftentimes we kind of judge the mentality of people. I was talking to my friend the other day. He said, "Baby, you don't know what folks be thinking," and you don't. He said, "You don't ever know what is on a person's mind." That's why I don't go in people's houses. I don't ever know what folks got going on in their houses. They can have booby traps and everything. I don't go in folks' houses. I told y'all about when I used to do private work. When I used to do private I don't do private investigative work anymore. Okay, so don't call me because I don't do it no more. Okay, I do investigative work for the government. But when I met this rich guy, he called me, and I had no idea how rich he was, right? And he actually had me to do some work for him. I gotta call him and check on him. He got real sick. God must got me thinking about him. And he's got a lot of homes, and he felt like in one of his homes that somebody was doing something. And he was like, I need you to watch. He said, how much do they charge? He said, if I had been low down, I could have got him. He said, so what is that, like $1,000 a day? I should have said, hell yes. Because he said, I'm gonna need you for about 2 weeks. Is that like $1,000 a day? Why didn't I say yes? Just trying to be honest. That's all. Just trying to be honest. He was ready to pay me $1,000 a day, y'all. I would have sat out there all day and night, and I slept out there in front of their house. But Anyways, he was like, well, he lived around Eads. And so he was like, well, you can come and pick up the check. I gave him my price. Like, come pick up the check. So he was like, well, I'm gonna meet you up at a gas station. I said, okay. So I met him. And then when I got there, he got out. I ain't gonna even lie. When he was like, I'm gonna be in my Escalade. I said, okay. So when I got there, I didn't see no Escalade at the gas station. He was like, no, I'm in my Suburban truck. He says like a newer, so it was beautiful. So he was like, I don't you know I forgot my checkbook. I said, now this right here. I thought about it. He was like, you want to follow me to my house? And I looked at him. Up and down. He said, it's just right there up the street. And I looked at him up and down. I was like, I hope this white guy. And I thought about saying, well, I'll stay up at the gas station. You go get your check and I'll be up here. But I looked at him. I said, he like about 105 pounds. Because when I got out, he was like this scraggly old white man. He was like in his 40s, but he'd be strong. I ain't gonna lie. He looked like he was on drugs. But he was driving them nice. He had that nice car. And so he was like, come on. It's just right up the street. And I was like, dog. I was like, I said, I will follow. I got my guns. I said, I got my weapons on me. I ain't gonna give up no 5,500 now. He's gonna write. So, anyways, it was a gated community. Nobody knew that. I don't think nobody knows that community is back there. So as I started driving, he went through the gate, he opened the gate. And back there, it is so beautiful. Everybody had boats like in the back of their houses. And anyways, we pulled up to his house, he was like, would you like to come in? I said, He said, you could come in. I said, no, sir, I don't go in folks' houses. He had a huge house. I mean, they were like many mansions. And so I was like, I said, can I go in your backyard? He said, yeah. I said, I'll just hang out here in your backyard. And I went back there. He had a boat back there. I mean, it was just beautiful. Yeah, thank God I didn't go in there. And so when he came out, I said, I like, he was like, we don't ever be in that boat. He said, well, we just got a boat. We decided to get one because everybody else got one in the back of their house. He said, if you want to, you and your friends can come and hang out here in the boat sometimes. I said, oh, okay. I said, do y'all fish? And he said, well, we don't fish, but it's fishing in the lake. He was like, it was bigger than a lake. It was nice. And so I said, okay, but I never did it. And so he got to talking. And so he was like, I said, wow. I said, that's like a 4-story house right here. He was like, oh yeah. He said, are you familiar with the Campbell's soup, chicken soup? I said, yeah. He said, oh, there he is right there on the top floor. He said that's the CEO lives right there. He was sitting there and he just staring at the water like he was a robot or something. I don't even think he blinked because I kept looking up at him. And then he was showing me where like the guy that owned Cry Like Housing, he was like, I don't know if he's still alive, but he lived in that house right there. But I mean, the houses were really beautiful. But I didn't even go in his house. Even after that, it's so weird because after that man would call me. He was so nice. He said to me, he said, we're thinking about building a he said, we're thinking about building a no, he said, we're looking at building a restaurant underwater. You might want to go in, you might want to invest. I said, how much is it? He said, well, we have an estimate of 33 million. I ain't even say nothing else because I ain't have $33 to put in on that investment. But he used to call me. It was weird. I don't know if he had seen my vlog. I can't say. because he used to always call me. He used to like to talk about, he was like, talk about the news, talk about what was in the vlogs. But he never told me he knew I had a vlog, but he used to always like to talk about that. He was a real cool person. He had said he was going to teach me about real estate investments, but he got real sick. I'm going to call him and check on him. He might not be sick no more. I tell you, I don't know, when I pulled up at his house, that Escalade was sitting in the driveway along with other cars. His daughter married one of those NBA players. She had not married him yet. I don't know, because he got to talking and he was talking about how Trump's people had reached out to him. And I'm sure, because I'm pretty sure, because they got a lot of money. They got a lot of money. He was a cool dude though. He was telling me about, like, they have private once a year they have a private yard sale in their community, and he was like, I'll make sure I let you know. It was like, everybody over here, we have private yard sales where we get rid of a lot of stuff. I would have loved to go to their yard sale in their community to buy, I guess, their wall stuff, because I don't buy beds and certain stuff from yard sales, like forks and spoons and stuff, underwear, stuff like that. I don't buy that from no yard sale. But like pictures and stuff on walls, nice kitchen tables. Depending on, now I be on the fence about a chair, depending on what, but some of the stuff be brand new. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna see if they've had their community sale. Hey, Miss D. What's up? What's up, Miss D? You on your way to church this morning? I've been up since 6. I was out last night. Can you believe that I stayed out till like 1 o'clock in the morning? I went to a fashion show / tea party, and then we kind of hung out. Me and the young ladies did afterwards. Normally, I'm in the house by 10 or 11. I do not stay out late. But when I went to the concert last week, I was back home by right before midnight. I got home right before midnight. That was kind of late for me. But I normally don't stay out till no 1 o'clock in the morning and not be tired, because I normally be restless. But it was like when you're in a mature setting and stuff, where you're around, it was like my type of setting. So I wasn't restless and my nerves and stuff weren't bad. I was able to chill. Oh, you said you was out last night. It was really cool. It really was. It was really cool. So I got up this morning. I actually got up this morning to, take my Sunday dinner and stuff out so it could start unthawing, and I started cleaning up the kitchen and stuff. So I got to go to the grocery store to get me some yams, because I want some candied yams today. I'm doing smoked turkey. I'm gonna smoke my turkey wings. I'm gonna do smoked turkey wings with cream of mushroom, and I'm gonna do yams. I did. I had fun. I had fun. I don't know. You know what? This month has been every month is a good month. My birthday month was a good month, but it seems like to me September has been a really good, just the awesome month. God is just good, and October is going to be an even better month. That is Diane in here. October is going to be an even better month. I'm so excited about October. It don't make no sense. Diane, are you up in here? Diane may be getting ready for church. And November and December. This whole year is going to be good. October is going to be an awesome month. It's going to be I cannot wait to share with you all the surprise. Diane knows what the surprise is. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. It's such a blessing. Such a great opportunity. Just a dream come true. I'll say that. He said ain't nothing like a Virgo. Yeah, that Leo energy in a Virgo. I brought that Leo energy over into the Virgo. Into the Virgo season. What happened with Finesse 2 times? Sugar Mama went off on Finesse 2 times. Sugar Mama went off on Finesse. She went off on Finesse. She basically let him know that she didn't like him, and which what we already knew, because how can you like a man that mistreats your daughter? Y'all, is it Libra season already? So we're in Libra season. She's now, I don't know if she was talking about Finesse 2 times mama, or if she was talking about Finesse 2 times when she said when she was talking about Finesse 2 times when she said at least my gums don't have pus coming out of it. I know Finesse 2 times with the money that he got. I hope he ain't got pus coming out of his gums. Jesus Christ. Ooh. It seemed like me, you ought to be able to go to the emergency room if you got pus coming out of your gums. I was reading that what's the man name that sing that song, nothing but the dog catch a the old man, the give me the funk man. Y'all, what's his name? But anyways, from like in the 70s and 80s. I was reading a long time ago, his nephew died because he had a tooth in his mouth that needed to be pulled, and it got infected and killed him. Auntie ain't gonna make it to church today. I was out at a brunch after dark, and do you know strippers from Memphis? She said strippers from Memphis was there. D says, sugar whole food. Ain't no way I could let a man do me how he do her. Yeah, he do her real bad. That's his name, George Clinton. That's his name. He got a girlfriend in Chicago. Yeah, he got a girlfriend in Chicago now. She looks like BBJ. But you know, if you listen to his sister and them, they said that BBJ was running everything. She had a stronger mind than Suge. Okay, BBJ did. And so he probably liked that. You have to understand. He probably liked the fact that she was more strong-willed. Okay, because people don't like. I had a cousin, and he was real good looking when we was growing up. He had a girlfriend. he had his first baby with the girl that lived on our street. Well, on the street that my auntie was living on. And she was so sweet. She was so nice, but she took anything off of him. And then he messed around and went and got had a baby with a hood rat. And but the girl, she went and she bettered herself, and she went in and became a hairstylist and all that, and got her own shop. She worked hard to better herself, but she still had that hood rat mentality and talk like one of everything. And everybody always asked him, "Why did you choose her over the nice girl?" And this was his answer. I never forgot it. It might be wrong, but it just goes to show how some men think. He said he could not be with the other girl, even though she was a nice girl, had his first baby. Everybody thought they was gonna get married. He said because she would play second to a pole. Okay, that's what he said. She would play second to a pole. I was like, wow. I always remember he said that, and meaning that because he was so good looking, he stayed having girls down there at my auntie house, and she lived 2 doors down, and she'd just be down there mad looking, and then she wouldn't even say nothing. So when he decided he wanted to mess with a girl more, he would have her down there, and she wouldn't say nothing. And then when he got tired of her, he would go back to her, and she wouldn't say nothing. She just accepted it. So I mean, it's just sad. He didn't like her weakness, even though he was wrong for doing it with his no good ass. Okay, and he paid for it because he has paid for a whole lot of things. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He probably wish he had her. Um, Finesse had 3 ladies, and he ended up with just Sugar. I told her, let's do the 11 a.m. She asked me, "Was you drinking last night?" I got coffee and all. She's gonna mess her life up. She already is, because it looks bad for her to be over there with a man that's mistreating her and leaving her kids with her mama. Her kids are saying, "Mama, we don't want to be with you," because her mama exposed that. Said, should kids don't want to be with her because they don't like how Finesse treats her. So they're old enough to understand that. But somebody said Finesse 2 times. Mama said Finesse don't want Sugar kids over there with them. So, yep, they said he beat on her, and I do believe that. His sister said it, his mama said it, and that's why Sugar Mama is mad, because she said, according to her, Finesse 2 times Mama kind of brags about how Finesse 2 times drinks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, King said it first. He did. So, like I said, Finesse 2 times. At this point, his career is really messed up because, like somebody said, he chose that image. It's supposed, that's an illusion. Anyways, he chose an image over his career when he had the talent to really be out here doing some things, but he messed up with the promoters and all of that. Miss T, what I didn't like is when she pulled up to her mom and the baby and her, including Finesse, all in the same outfits and in designer, while those others were with regular clothes. Right. And they were taking pictures, and the other kids were not taking pictures. I mean, that's what her other kids were just standing, looking while she taking pictures in the designer clothes, and they all 3 of them dressed alike, and the other kids on the sideline just looking. What kind of mother does that? It ain't no way in the world. I tell you. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They said Finesse 2 times messed up a lot of his money. He messed up a lot of his money. So I can believe that. I do. I mean, he got $4 million that he probably got to pay back, and they got ownership of a lot of his stuff. And he messed up with the promoters. He ain't able to stack his chips like he's supposed to because he ain't getting booked. So that money has probably long dwindled. His mama said he messed up $4 million. That's all his money. So I mean, I'm trying to. They said he's. Cypress just said that the rumor is that he's living off of Sugar's. That he's living off of Sugar's OnlyFans money. What's wrong with you, boy? Right, renting cars and Airbnbs. If you get $4 million, why not go buy you a modest home? He could have went and bought him a 400 and something $1,000 home and paid cash for it. The only thing he have to be paying is taxes. Instead, he wasted a whole lot of money on Airbnbs. He was renting cars, SUVs, keeping them for months and months. Can you imagine how much money he paid for those big SUVs? Because they filed a stolen car report because he had the SUV so long. Instead of going and getting him, the first thing he should have did what was necessary, got him a lawyer to do what was necessary to get him a damn driver's license so he could go buy him a car. And he probably still could have bought one, put in his brother name or something, but yet working on getting his licenses. So he has really wasted a lot of money in Airbnbs and in um renting cars. Mm-hmm. So it don't seem like he really got a lot to a fool with money. Right, a fool with money has no boundaries. I'm telling you, a fool with money has no boundaries. And so I'm sure a lot of he think about a lot of that now. He haven't messed up. So you all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. Y'all hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please. I would appreciate that a lot. Anyways, y'all, I'm glad I got on early. Because I am getting ready to go to the store. You all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all, if y'all haven't hit the like button, please do, so that we can help to kick the video into the algorithm. Miss D says she thinks Suge slow. Hmm. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm going to do another video later on. I am working on a missing persons case show that I'm more than likely going to go ahead and upload, because the only thing I don't like about when I start doing those videos, it takes me so long, because I be finding more information. I go, I want to put this in there. Oh, I need to check this. I need to check that before I put that video out. Oh, let me look into this before I do that. So that's the only thing. And it only be like a 20-minute video. Anyways, you all, make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can hit up the Cash App or the Super Thanks. Y'all enjoy your Sunday. Make sure y'all be safe out here. I really do love you guys, and I thank you for the support. Let me say a prayer before we get off of here. Dear God, I just thank you for everyone that was here on this live that had good intentions this Sunday morning. I ask that you shield and cover each and every one of us and our families. No weapon formed against any of us shall prosper. Any lying tongue, any evil thoughts, any evil people that try to rise up against us will be condemned. Anyone that spoke out curses, anyone that spoke out witchcraft, anyone that spoke out spells, anyone that spoke out any evil things against me or anyone with well intentions on this live and or our families, we reverse the curse and send it back to the sender. We curse it at the root, okay? It is deemed null and void. We send it right back to the sender, and may it manifest in their very own lives in less than 30 days. It has been an absolute pleasure being on here with you guys. I'll talk with you later.